Folks, these skeptics are pissing me off, right? What's their deal half the time? The whole skepticism thing, and not to get all angry, and sorry about that, folks. Welcome in. We don't need to start videos with anger. But it is kind of angering sometimes, this whole skeptic thing, because I'm a skeptic. I would say letter of the law, but I'm talking like the cult of skepticism and like how it fits into like this, I don't know, kind of this whole orb of hard-lined, skeptic, materialist, atheist, whatever. And again, I think this is for a different video. I think like I'm an atheist by like the literal definition, even though I'm like the farthest thing from what we kind of view as an atheist, but whatever, that's for a different discussion. I'm just saying that to like kind of round out what I'm talking about here. I think we kind of get it, like the camp that is just like militarized against anything outside of the current set of hypotheses within the narrow field of the physical sciences, which is just a tool within our awareness, and they're studying their physical things, which is great. But like pretending that that's all there is to like this insane, unexplainable experience and existence, which is, and we are a part of. And that's just like the hilarious thing to me a lot of the times. It's like, what it is like, okay, maybe I'm like creating a camp that doesn't exist, but it really seems like this type of camp does exist. Like you see it different places online and in comments and Reddit and all this stuff. So I don't think I'm creating something from nothing here, but like this modern skeptic militarized camp, which would say that not possibly, or like, show me the hard-lined physical scientific proof for whatever claim you're making. It's like, what if you're skeptical of everything, given everything we know about how limited our perception is, and like how no generation of scientists has ever been like right in like being the ones to have figured out the universe, and like how much of a dark age we're obviously still in like relation to what is out there. Even like within the physical science, like even within that whole scientific framework to uncover and understand. To like be that. It's like to be like, I don't believe, no, that's all, I don't know about all that. That's, well, show me the proof and like all that. Like what do you believe in then? Like that's so insane to like only limit your possibilities to what the physical sciences and whatever. I'm getting a little ambiguous here, I'm sure. I'm kind of letting my anger come through too much. And it's not really anger. It's just like amusement a lot of the times. And again, I'd like to think I'm a skeptic in that I like to have a reason and like evidence and like reasons to believe, and not even believe, but like reasons to think or assume certain things, like on the whole materialism versus idealism, which is like just simply matter creates consciousness or consciousness creates matter. Like those are two pretty obviously split, differing opinions. I currently fall more on the idealism front, that awareness is fundamental and everything is occurring within awareness and is created by an eternal state of awareness. Because that's all we know for sure. That's the only fundamental fact there is, that we are aware and having an experience. And I haven't seen, I'm a skeptic, right? So I haven't seen enough evidence to prove why we should be making a complete 180 from that fundamental fact, which is all we know, and trying to explain how the objects and particles and whatever, quarks that we observe within awareness. Some arrangement of those is what is creating our awareness that we're able to be aware of the quarks with. And that seems insane to me, and obviously it does not seem insane to like any of the smart people working on it. So I don't know what I'm missing, because it just seems utterly illogical and unproductive. And like, it's such a recent hypothesis. Like, all of human history and all of our accumulated wisdom and everything all points to us being greater awareness, having a temporary human experience. That's what everything points to, and how I see it, how logic and science and reason also points to. And yet we're making this thing, and we're like, I don't know. Like, we're diverting all thought to this completely backwards hypothesis that we've made no progress on proving. And I mention all that because that's a lot of what that camp and that this modern skeptical of everything camp is rooted in. And like, there's so much evidence, what I would call evidence, outside of physical proof and the physical sciences. Like, that's such a narrow thing. Like, we have so much experiential evidence, and experience is all there is. And like, all these repeated reports of things like NDEs and unexplainable, the whole reincarnation studies thing, which you can't say is like proof of reincarnation, but all these cases that there's so many of them that it's a compelling evidence of some unexplainable conscious phenomenon that transcends finite brains caused by an arrangement of quarks, like resulting from matter that all exploded from nothing 14 billion years ago, being all there is to this. And so there's tons of compelling patterns out there that like exist outside of right now being like testable and provable beyond a doubt with the tools of physical science. So that's the crazy thing to me. And again, I don't like actually think there's that big of a segment that like is in that camp I'm raging against here. So whatever. This is probably all not even necessary. Like, I feel like it's just, it goes against all our intuition too, is kind of what I was arriving at there. Like, we all, how crazy is that to be here, having this amazing, just insane experience that's unexplainable, this life and this existence, and then just to be like, it's probably just a mistake, probably just a fluke arrangement of quarks that all exploded from nothing a long time ago, and that there's nothing kooky about that, and that doesn't introduce more questions than it hypothesizes to answer, and we'll figure all that out any day now. And someone holding trust in the fundamental fact that they are aware and incapable of knowing ultimate truth, that person is on the kooky side of things. So whatever. Obviously, it's not that simple either. And a lot of it is, the problem is, a lot of it is like a reaction to the accumulated religious traditions and doctrines and dogmas, which is understandable, but like, it's obviously not an either or. And I think we're making progress on realizing that now. And I think that hopefully that camp, that type of like just absolutely uncurious, unopen-minded skeptic is diminishing, because there is so much to explore, and there's so much compelling things emerging with the internet, especially now. Like, it's so easy to share alternative ideas, you know, and that's a whole tragedy, like things being cast as fringe or alternative ideas. But like just things that haven't been mainstream in the past, but like people can share their experiences now and like experiences they've had, and we can start to see these trends of these experiences, and like, okay, what tool within science can begin to explain that? You know, there's obviously there's something going on here well beyond that traditional skeptical view. So that'll about do it, I think, for this video. I just wanted to try to put to words that feeling of why that skeptic camp just seems hilarious a lot of the times.